Ancient Egypt's favorite board game, Hounds and Jackals, origins and signs of use today. When you imagine ancient Egypt, your thoughts may immediately drift to the iconic pyramids, majestic temples, and mystical hieroglyphics. But beyond the grandeur and mysticism, the ancient Egyptians were also fond of leisure and recreation, much like us today. One such source of entertainment was a board game called Hounds and Jackals, an intriguing game that captivated the Egyptian elite, offering not just amusement, but also a form of social interaction and mental challenge. Despite being over 4 millennia old, the echoes of Hounds and Jackals can still be heard today, manifesting in modern board games that bring people together. The origins of Hounds and Jackals. Hounds and Jackals, also known as the Game of 58 Holes, dates back to the Middle Kingdom of ancient Egypt, around 2000 BCE. The game's origins are shrouded in mystery, but evidence of its popularity comes from the tombs of high-ranking individuals, including those of pharaohs and nobles. Archaeologists discovered beautifully crafted boards in tombs at Thebes and Abydos, suggesting that hounds and jackals was a favored pastime among the Egyptian elite. This game consists of a wooden board with two sets of 58 holes arranged in a curved path, accompanied by pegs shaped like hounds and jackals. These pegs, carved to resemble the heads of animals, were the primary playing pieces, and the holes represented spaces on the board where players advanced their pieces, aiming to reach a finishing point. Aiming to reach a key. The two opposing sets of animal-headed pegs provided the game with its memorable name, Hounds and Jackals, and added a thematic element, likely symbolizing the dualities found in Egyptian culture, such as order versus chaos, or the divine versus the mundane. The rules of the game remain somewhat unclear, as no written instructions have survived. However, by examining the layout of the board and comparing it with similar ancient games, historians have deduced that it was a race-style game, where players moved their pieces along the holes based on dice rolls or casting sticks. The goal was to advance all of one's pieces to a designated endpoint, while perhaps blocking or slowing down the opponent's progress. The excitement and tension created by racing to the finish line undoubtedly made Hounds and Jackals a source of great entertainment for the ancient Egyptians. Social and symbolic significance. Like many aspects of ancient Egyptian life, Hounds and Jackals had deeper layers of meaning beyond mere entertainment. The ancient Egyptians had a profound belief in the afterlife, and games were often included in tombs to provide for the deceased in the next world. Hounds and Jackals boards were placed in burial chambers, signifying that the game might have held a symbolic role, perhaps as a metaphor for the journey of the soul through challenges toward the afterlife. The themes of duality, competition, and overcoming obstacles resonated with the Egyptian worldview. The imagery of hounds and jackals may have also carried symbolic weight. Jackals, for instance, were associated with Anubis, the god of mummification and the afterlife. Playing this game could have been more than a casual pastime. It might have served as a way for individuals to ritually enact their triumph over the uncertainties of life and death. Moreover, board games like Hounds and Jackals were social activities, often enjoyed by friends and family members. Ancient Egyptian artwork occasionally depicts people playing board games, which suggests that these activities were part of communal gatherings, where conversation, competition, and camaraderie played a central role. Much like today's board game nights, Hounds and Jackals brought people together, fostering human connection. Signs of use. Today, in modern board games, while Hounds and Jackals as a specific game has largely been lost to time, its influence is evident in the types of games we play today. The concept of race-based board games, where players advance pieces along a path toward a goal, has persisted for millennia. In many ways, Hounds and Jackals can be considered a precursor to some of the most beloved games we enjoy today, such as Snakes and Ladders, Ludo, and even Parcheesi. The structure of advancing pieces along a defined route, often fraught with challenges and obstacles, remains a popular and engaging gaming mechanic. In modern terms, This mechanic provides players with an element of chance and risk, creating anticipation and excitement. The thrill of rolling dice or drawing a card to see whether your piece will advance or be sent back mirrors the feelings ancient Egyptians must have experienced when playing Hounds and Jackals. Moreover, the social aspect of Hounds and Jackals continues to thrive today. Board games have always been a means of bringing people together, whether it's family members gathering around a table for a competitive match, or friends engaging in a strategy game that lasts for hours. Just like the ancient Egyptians, we play games not only to pass the time, but also to connect, share stories, and experience moments of laughter and tension together. The design of Hounds and Jackals boards, with their intricate carvings and artistic beauty, also reflects a trend we see today in the renaissance of board game design. Many contemporary games prioritize aesthetics, creating beautifully crafted boards, pieces, and artwork that enhance the gaming experience. This pursuit of artistic value in games can be traced back to ancient times, when even recreational items were crafted with care and attention, reflecting the cultural values of their society. Interestingly, the physical experience of playing board games, handling pieces, strategizing moves, and interacting face-to-face with an opponent provides a tactile and social dimension that remains relevant in today's digital age. In an era dominated by screens and online interaction, the resurgence of traditional board games may be a reflection of our desire to reconnect with the simple joys of playing together, just as ancient Egyptians did thousands of years ago. A timeless pastime. Though the rules of Hounds and Jackals may be lost to history, the essence of the game endures. The desire for entertainment, social interaction, and a little friendly competition is as much a part of us today as it was for the ancient Egyptians. Whether they were played to prepare for the afterlife, to challenge one's wits, or simply to relax after a day of work, along the Nile, games like Hounds and Jackals reveal a shared humanity, our longing for joy, connection, and the thrill of the unknown. As we gather around tables today, rolling dice, moving pieces, and laughing at our successes and failures, we are continuing an age-old tradition that began thousands of years ago. Hounds and Jackals may no longer be played in its original form, but its spirit lives on in every modern board game that brings people together for a shared experience of fun and connection. Ancient Egypt's favorite game may have changed shape and form, but its influence remains timeless, reminding us that while civilizations rise and fall, the joy of play is forever enduring.